the New Orleans Saints taking on the Philadelphia Eagles.
EA Sports coverage of the NFL playoffs brings us to a sold-out and absolutely rocking Mercedes-Benz Superdome in downtown New Orleans. Tonight we continue with Wild Card Weekend with what should be a great one between the Philadelphia Eagles and the New Orleans Saints. Hello, everyone. Welcome to the postseason on EA Sports. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And, Charles, that's really all I need to say to get you fired up. It's the postseason on EA Sports.
And no one's more fired up than the guys who are going to be playing in this game. This is what they fought for all year long. Go back to the OTAs, the mini camps, training camp, throughout the season to get to the playoffs. The intensity level will be off the charts.
And he opts to not bring this one out. The first drive will start at the 25. And here come the Saints for their opening drive. They're led out by their quarterback out of Fresno State, Derek Carr.
What an interesting opportunity for this guy, because we know he's not near the end of his career. I don't think that at all. But he's sort of been lumped in with all those other what-if quarterbacks. Here's a chance for him to carve out a legacy that he's going to be really proud of and elevate his status in the league, starting with this playoff game.
Play action. Now it's Carr. Eagle pressure. Too much this time. Down he goes. A bad start there. A big loss on their first play from scrimmage. It's second down. That's called setting the tone right away.
It certainly is, and it lets you know just how important communication is amongst the offensive line. They talk about it all the time, knowing each other's moves. You've got to be coordinated and in sync. Otherwise, your quarterback gets hit.
After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here. Another try after the first down sack. Carr, Henry's got it, out on the left side. And he gets it here to right around the 24 before he's out of bounds.
Personal foul, roughing the passer, defense.
So a pretty early first quarter roughing the passer penalty.
Seems like the officials are going to let everyone know they're taking charge of this game. They're always going to protect the quarterback.
Carr now on first down. Open man is Duvernay. Not much there, only a yard.
An ex-teammate used to tell me all the time, I hate experienced quarterbacks because no matter what, you really can't hide what you're doing. And I think that right there, he knew right away where the blitz was coming from, where his primary guy was going to be, and he ended up going to a secondary target for a nice game.
I was just going to ask you, that wasn't the primary target, and he's so good at that, isn't he?
I think he knew right away that he wasn't going to get to his primary guy. I think he read that as soon as he got to the line of scrimmage, knew where the pressure was going to come from, and said, I know how to beat that, and that's what he did.
Throwing his Carr on third down. High throw, but he makes the catch. And he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down.
Personal foul, roughing the passer, defense.
Well, we looked at each other right away. We knew that flag was coming out.
And I always enjoy the conversation post, because officials always tell you, I don't want to throw the flag, but you caused the play. You did it. I had to.
Carr completes it. And he's going to get 7 out of this before being taken down at the 27.
Nice rhythm throw there on first down. He located his tight end, made a nice easy pitch and catch.
Hoping he could break a tackle or two. Wasn't able to do that there, but still good yardage. Now Carr on the bootleg. Nowhere to turn here, and he's going to go down. Back at about the 37-yard line. Well, Fletcher Cox, he's been doing this for a lot of years, and another sack to his ledger there.
What a nice read and play by the defensive tackle. Never bought the play-action fake. Went right for the quarterback and put him on the ground.
And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. Shotgun now for Carr. He's got a man open. It's Chase Claypool. And out of bounds, all the way down at the 3. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
Big plays always wind up being a big theme as we get rolling these playoffs, and the defenses that can avoid giving them up, well, they're the teams that tend to go far. You may not eliminate those big plays, but if you can limit them, then you got a chance to get to the ultimate game.
So 1st and goal and an opportunity for our first points in this wild card game. Working from the gun, it's Carr. That is caught at the 7-yard line. And this one will wind up with him losing yardage back to the 4-yard line. It'll go as a loss on the play. Not what you need down here. It's going to be 2nd and goal. From back at the 4, here's 2nd and goal. Now a first carry for Derek Henry. And they'll bring him down after just a short pickup. They get 3 yards closer, but still work to do. It's 3rd and goal.
A gain of 3 yards. It's now 3rd and goal.
Carr. 4th down now looming after Philly's defense stands tall in coverage. And on their first drive, the offense staying out there. They're going to go for it on 4th. So they opted to pass for it on 3rd and goal. Let's see what they do on 4th. And he's going to go down. This will count as a sack, a very short sack, taken down at the 2. They're turned away on 4th and goal. And on the opening drive of the ball game, the defense comes up with a goal line stand. Here's the first carry now for Todd Gurley. And they'll get him down up past the 15-yard line. That'll go for a gain of 13, helping big time to get away from that end zone. 1st down.
Well, so much for being backed up against the goal line to start the drive. He gave him some breathing room and then some. I think the defense really got caught thinking safety, trying to stack the line of scrimmage. And oftentimes, if you can get past the initial grouping, there's a lot of room to run. The defense actually fortunate that didn't go farther.
So it goes as a completed pass, but they lose a full 5 yards. Got to give some credit there defensively. They snuffed out that screen early on 1st down.
Really read it well, didn't they? Because they didn't bring the pressure that they expected. They covered all the passing lanes. So once you see it break down as the passer, I think in this situation, you're throwing it in the feet of your back to make sure no one picks it off, or you throw it away, throw it over the sideline. Don't try and freelance and try and make a bigger play. There's really no one else running a pattern that should be open.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Working from the gun, it's Kaepernick. He's going deep for Brown. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. 20, 10, touchdown, Philadelphia. Antonio Brown, 89 yards. And the Eagles have taken the early lead. I think it's fair to say there's nothing that gets a crowd to its feet quite like a big play, and that was something special there. Boy, was he moving.
Well, in this league where coordinators worry so much about drawing up the right routes, blocking assignments, misdirections and stuff, they have these precise arrows and movements. Sometimes the best plays just come from the schoolyard where you look at your fastest guy and say, go long, go get it, big man.
And if you look at the next-gen stats, you'll see that he topped out at an even 21 miles an hour. Extra point attempt to come here. He's got it, and the Eagles lead at 7-zip. So that drive, 4 plays. The result, Philadelphia in the end zone.
Rodrigo Blankenship set to kick off.
So after the touchdown, here's Blankenship kicking off. Now this will make it into the end zone. And no effort to bring this one out. It's a touchback.
At their own 25-yard line.
And here now the offense heading back out there. And, of course, you know, you wondered who would be that team this year to get the number 2 seed because, remember, as we all know in the past, they'd be home on the couch right now getting ready for the divisional round.
That is an excellent point. Instead now, they're playing for their playoff lives, and they can't worry about the idea that, well, in the past, we wouldn't be playing this weekend. The bottom line is, as the number 2 seed, you do have to play. The good thing, you have the home field advantage. They need to go ahead and play to that level.
And you just know that before the season, they were like everybody else thinking, oh, 7 playoff teams, yeah, add an extra one. That sounds great. And then you find out, oh, wait, we're the number 2 seed that has a disadvantage. Not as happy right now. They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up. To throw on 3rd down. Carr. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
2 drives won't tell the story of this game, but you absolutely have to like how this defense has played thus far. They have yet to allow this offense to get on track in this one.
Punter Sterling Hoffrichter out now on 4th down. Back deep, Antonio Brown. A 40-yard punt, no return. And the Eagles will have it taking over 1st and 10. So out now comes the offense back onto the field. And you know, a lot of talk about these 2 versus 7 games this year in the playoffs, something that we've never had before. And this one of now 6 games on Wild Card Weekend. But, you know, we've seen the 6 seed in the past make a run, Charles, so why not the number 7 seed?
And I'm still getting used to hearing 2 versus 7. You know, it's still taking me a little bit of time to get comfortable with it, but that's a great point that you just made. 6 seeds have made big runs in the playoffs, have run themselves all the way to the Super Bowl. I don't think there's much difference between a 6 and a 7, so we could see the same thing with this new playoff system.
It's an Eagles 1st down on a gain of 11.
Just about every coach we talk to says the crowd shouldn't affect us. That shouldn't be an issue. And then the next breath they talk about taking the crowd and taking them out of the game by picking up 1st downs and keeping them at bay. I think we just saw an example of that there, didn't we?
Important to do, especially early in the game like they have. And that is intercepted. Or was it? Wait, they'll say no. No interception. He did not keep the feet in bounds, apparently. So that's just going to be an incompletion. From midfield, here's Kaepernick. And it's hauled in by Jared Cook. And this is going to be another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Saints 33. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. On 1st down, it's Gurley. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or 2 shy of the 10. That's good for 21 yards and a 1st down.
1st down, Philadelphia.
To throw, it's Kaepernick. And he's going to be taken down, sacked back around the 18-yard line. Jarrell Casey in there to get him. It's a loss of 5. Escaping the pressure right. He'll try and run it. And able to get this down inside the 15 to either the 13 or 14 before he's out of bounds. He'll wind up getting 4 there on his own, but it will leave him now with a 3rd down situation. From the gun, it's Kaepernick. 4th down after the New Orleans defense holds serve.
As a defensive back, you have some weapons at your disposal that we don't often talk about. And you can read the receiver's eyes, you can read his hands, and you know that the arrival of the ball is imminent. And that allows you to make a play on it and oftentimes knock it away.
Saints, nothing.
So the drive stalls out inside the 15-yard line, but they do get 3.
And I've talked with enough players nowadays, and when they have these types of kicks, that no one says to their guy, hey, that's just like making an extra point, piece of cake. Because the extra point is not a piece of cake anymore. But kicking a field goal from that distance, just give him confidence and let him knock it through.
And now Derek Carr, he is the focus of our player spotlight. And I guess the question, Charles, is what's the formula for keeping him better protected? Because as we see, the protection, it struggled.
And normally what you get is renewed determination. When the big guy gets hit, that usually sparks people. Hey, we can't let this happen anymore. They take it personally. He's not supposed to be on the ground, but that hasn't been the case so far in this game. So maybe they've got to figure out how do they get rid of the ball faster to help out the offensive line so he doesn't get hit as much.
And we'll see if they can keep him off the ground now going forward. Give him 13 yards on the opening play of the drive and also give him a first down.
38-yard line.
From the gun, it's Carr. And that's off the mark, incomplete.
So much for the best laid plans and best designed plays. That was good coverage along the sidelines. No place for that one to get in there. It sails incomplete.
Carr will try it again on second down. Looking left side, and he's got a man. It's Henry. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1. The Saints on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. They need just a yard here. It's 3rd and 1. They'll try to run for the first with Henry. And he has the first down yardage before they bring him down right at the 45. 7 yards there, good enough to move the sticks. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. They'll run with Henry. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage on the play back at the 46. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
Brings up 2nd and 11 at the 46-yard line.
On 2nd and 11 now. Carr. He's going to wind up and air it out. And too much juice. It'll be out of bounds, incomplete. The Saints on 3rd down. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. This is 3rd and 11. From the gun, Carr. Got a man over the middle. It's Williams. And he can only get this to the 42-yard line. And that is not near enough.
Fired that one in there, able to make connection on a nice in route.
With those faster passes, and they're going that fast, any hesitation as a quarterback that the deflection, if you miss, might be bigger and lead to an interception?
Yeah, and the deflection works both ways. Maybe a defender gets a hand in the way and it pops in the air. And sometimes you throw it so hard your receiver can't handle it, and he pops it up in the air for the defenders to grab as well.
But a moot point there as they were able to connect. Todd Gurley and the offense, they get set and trot back out there now. And it may just be the second quarter, but he's in his zone, well on his way to eclipsing that 100-yard mark.
And when a back has a game, as we're witnessing right now, his name's going to be in the books, but it's really a collective deal, isn't it? Because that means he's getting plenty of blocking, a lot of help from his teammates, but he's making the most of it.
Yeah, he's made the most of it to this point. 2 minutes to play here in this first half of the NFL playoffs. A reminder coming up at the half, as we've done all year. We'll get you to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. Coach will have the lowdown on what's going on here in this wild. And he's going to go down. Back at his own 5-yard line, it's a sack. The Saints going to call the first of their timeouts. So as they take it over, we step aside. Here's 3rd and long. Kaepernick needing a big play to counteract the sack. Shotgun snap now for Kaepernick. That'll be complete to Cook. And he's brought down, but not before they get it across the 20-yard line. Boy, a nice play there as they wind up converting on 3rd and 15. Over the middle here to Brown.
Well, sometimes our pregame meetings do pay off, don't they? What do the guys in the locker room call him?
Well, they said it with a chuckle. They called him Old Reliable.
Yeah, that means he doesn't move quite as fast as he used to, but he still knows all the tricks, doesn't he? Even that little gentle push-off in order to get open, he finds a way to pick up a first down.
The intended receiver that time, Adam Humphries. That'll bring up 2nd down.
They've given up a few first downs on this drive, but getting the incompletion there, that should give them something to build on and maybe turn the tide.
Now on 2nd down, this is Gurley. He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead. And they're going to speed things up here.
38-yard line.
He'll buy some time right. Now he'll let it go deep right side. And unable to connect, incomplete. I'll give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down. On 4th down on is Dustin Colquitt to kick this away. Spinning past him. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. Great block blocking on the return. It springs him for 25. And the Saints will take over with a first down and 10. The New Orleans offense set to take over. And with this deficit, you can't have too many more drives like the last drive where you had to punt it away.
You know what I would tell my offense right here? The punter doesn't exist, guys. He doesn't even exist. He's not a team anymore. I just cut him, all right? So you got to go out and create some offense for us here and give us some points. No way does that guy get on the field on this drive.
Poor punter.
Yeah, it wasn't his fault. But, hey, listen, there's got to be casualties at times. We're trying to win a game.
Now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
Similar to a shooter in basketball, just connected on the previous shot. They run another set for him on the next play. Now, we had a guy who made the catch. They tried to get the big one downfield, but came up empty.
And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3.
3rd and 3.
Carr going to try and throw on 3rd down. And it's going to be incomplete. He was able to catch it there on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. And it's going to bring up 4th down. Well, the other day they told us when we got 3rd and 5 or less, we have to be able to convert. And I guess every team would say that, Charles, but an opportunity missed there.
What they were trying to tell us is they believe it's a matchup game at that point. And they liked some matchups that they had, thought they could exploit them, unable to do so on that play.
These kickers now, it used to be that a 50-plus yarder was cause for celebration. Now, seemingly automatic.
Yeah, isn't it funny when we prepare for a game, when you look at the backgrounds of these kickers, it's interesting, isn't it, to find out they were all-state quarterbacks, receivers, defensive backs, all-state wrestlers, right? Baseball players. We're finding athletes all along, and now they're just specialists putting it through the posts.
And the Saints pressure gets him. Brought down for a sack. Sacks a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long. So we come upon halftime here in this NFC wildcard matchup as we send you on over to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman in our EA Sports Halftime Report. Take it away, Coach.
Okay, Brandon, thanks very much. Welcome in, everyone, to our EA Sports Halftime Report. Let's get you caught up on what's going on around the NFL. But first, let's take a look back to yesterday's NFC wildcard game. And it was the Green Bay Packers who will continue on in these playoffs as they were able to knock out the Atlanta Falcons. Meanwhile, nothing settled in our wildcard game. It's a tight one as we get ready for the 3rd quarter. Standing by to take you the rest of the way, let's get it back to Brandon and Charles.
Okay, Coach, appreciate it. A 1-touchdown game here as we get set to resume play in the 2nd half. One of these two teams about to play their final half of the season as we're back at it in this NFC wildcard bout. And a decent return out to the 27-yard line. Now whistles, and we've got a man down. A man down here following the kickoff. We'll check on his status when we get back. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. Their defense has done the job. Now it's the offense's turn as they've got it 1st and 10. Here's Kaepernick to throw. And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. And brought in by the tight end Cook. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. Give him 14 on that one and a first down. And this one caught by Cameron Brate. And he'll be stopped right at midfield. They get 10 more there, and I believe that'll be enough for another first down. It will. Flushed out right. On the run, he'll let this go deep right side. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. They run. It's Gurley. He'll be taken down at the 48 for a pickup of 2 yards. Pretty good little two-play sequence there. You force the incompletion, then a very short pickup.
Yeah, now maybe you bring in an extra defensive back or two because you want to try and defend on third down. They like to play those nickel or sub packages, don't they?
Complete. He finds Bray. And he's going to have an Eagles first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
First down, Eagles.
Now Kaepernick operating on the bootleg. They'll roll him out right. And he rifles one incomplete. He was looking for Albert O. Albert Okuebuna was the target there, but it's going to be second down.
That was an interesting look there because as soon as he got outside the pocket, I thought he was going to take off and run for yardage. But what often happens now with these quarterbacks who can move, defenses want to try and keep bodies in front of them, and I think that discouraged him from taking off and made him try a pass downfield that fell incomplete.
Now after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. While the training staff takes a peek, we'll take a break. They got to get to the 20 to keep the drive alive on third down. And they'll set up the screen to Gurley. And he'll lose yardage here, going down back at the 28. A loss of a yard, and it brings up fourth. Well, if you're going to turn things around in a game like this, Charles, those are the kind of plays that you need.
And I just love the way that defense rallied to the football on that one. They got the completion, but he was smothered behind the line of scrimmage. And when you make tackles like that, your whole defense is going to be fired up. Really nice play getting to the ball.
So put another 3 on the board. All things considered, a good opening drive to begin the third quarter.
And as a defense, the way that this game is going, you're excited to see those points go on the board. Gives them a little bit of leeway to play with when they're out on the field, but they're real excited to see their offense score. Now they get to go out there and do their part.
Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve. Now this one is tight end out on the right side. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. A big play on the catch and run, covering 34 yards. So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. Now Carr. Caught Eifert over the middle. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
I don't care what sport you're playing. Everyone likes to build up a little momentum, don't they? And look at this, back-to-back completions to the big target at tight end.
That one not as profitable as the other, but still a decent gain. And he'll only get a yard to bring up 3rd and 1. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down.
Brings up 3rd and 1.
Again, it's Henry. Inside the 20 before he's brought down.
Brandon, what were they thinking on defense there? They looked like they were playing for the pass. That was 3rd and short. Yeah, it was an easy pickup because they handed it to him. That was way too easy.
Just looked like absolute confusion defensively. Not sure why they were in that set.
Yeah, I'd say you ought to have a few men in the box there.
Smith catches left side. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down.
I think it's okay there. They didn't get a whole lot on that play, but it's nice to have a safety valve that's built like this guy. Big target, guy you can spot pretty easily. Put it on him when your other targets aren't open.
To throw again on 2nd down. Carr. Pass incomplete, but the flag in the backfield, and this might be a roughing call.
Personal foul, roughing the passer, defense.
I think you'd agree that looked like the right call from up here.
No doubt about it. What everyone has to understand is that the officials are going to be right on the play each and every time. You may not like the call, but they're usually spot on.
That's going to be caught at the 10-yard line. It'll go as a loss on the play. Not what you need down here. It's going to be 2nd and goal.
2nd and goal at the 9-yard line.
On 2nd down, here's Henry. Looking for a crease, can't find one. Stopped at the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain that time, and now it's 3rd and goal. This is a big play in this wild card matchup, facing 3rd and goal. Operating from the gun, Carr. To the end zone, but it's incomplete. And now following the incomplete pass, we'll get a timeout here for an injured player. While the trainers take a look, we'll step aside. And for the second time tonight, this field goal unit comes out here. Fairbairn able to put this one through. And they will cut the lead back down to a touchdown now at 13-6. They had it 1st and goal, 3 attempts, couldn't get it in, so they settle for 3.
Yeah, the field tends to shrink a little bit the closer you get to the goal line, doesn't it? It doesn't sound right. It sounds a little counterintuitive, but you run out of space to run the deep routes, so they can just sit on the shorter stuff if you're going to throw it. If you want to run it, there's just not as much space. They end up having to take 3 there.
Well, that holding call set him up with not great field position.
Not at all when you tack on the penalty. With that field position after the return wasn't terrific, it's not a great starting field position as well.
Pretty solid run here on 1st down. Almost picked up another first, but he appears to be a few inches short. An ideal spot here to get a 1st down and try to run some more clock, and this is 2nd and less than a yard. Another carry now for Gurley. And down he'll go at the 25. They show run with 3 tight ends here on 1st down. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26. The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26.
Well, partner, I don't think it's any secret that any running back wants to be able to see a hole open so that he can gallop through it. But in this case, he had to slow down. There was really no hole there. And he took a big hit in order to get that 1 yard.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Now a draw play for Gurley. And that one goes for about 6 as he's taken down just shy of the 45. 6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. Now they'll throw with Kaepernick. It's brought in by Adam Humphries. And he'll be brought down at the 48-yard line.
An 8-yard pickup. And an Eagle 1st down.
Kaepernick now on 1st down. Flush to it, and he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Uchenna Nwosu got the sack there.
Okay, was it a breakdown in protection? Did the running back not pick him up? What does it really matter? Sometimes it's just a great play made by the defense. Big-time sack.
Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing 2nd and a bundle. He's going deep for Brown. That's caught inside the 20.
Complete to Antonio Brown. A gain of 40.
Well, he's been doing this for a lot of years. The arm strength still there, and he showed it off on that one.
And he made that look effortless, didn't he? I mean, he's had a great game throwing the football. This is going to add to his yardage total in a big way. It's one thing to be accurate on your short and intermediate throws, but when you're hitting the bombs like those, look out.
And you get a look at the final readout on air distance, according to Next Gen Stats. So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on 1st down. To throw is Kaepernick. Quick slant to Brown. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on 1st down. That was the 9th play of the drive, and they pick up 9 yards with it, eluding the pressure right.
How many times have we seen this late in the 4th quarter? Because you know the pass rush is getting after him, and they get upfield, get that great push, and what do they create? Space, and he takes off.
So 1st and goal, 6 points here would go a long way toward wrapping this one up. They'll run with Peterson. And the Eagles are going to have a 1st and goal. It's some good running there. Gets him down to about the 2-yard line, knocking on the door. They'll run for it with Peterson. And he's in for an Eagles touchdown. Taking it in from 2 yards out. And the Eagles able to push further on in front.
Well, that was absolutely ideal for them, wasn't it? Trying to solve this game away. I I think one of my kids just graduated in the amount of time they had the football. That was absolutely impressive.
Everybody wants those salt-away-the-game drives. What makes them successful?
Well, when you're able to mix run-pass, when you're able to control the football and stay ahead of the chains, I'm using every cliche I know, but that's how you get it done because you're not taking negative plays, and that way you're able to run what you want to run when you get a chance to call it.
Point after, right down the middle, and the lead now up to 14.
Rodrigo Blankenship.
So after the touchdown, here's Blankenship kicking off. This will make it into the end zone. And this will not be returned. It'll come out to the 25.
25-yard line.
Out comes this offensive unit as they get set to take over here. So Derek Carr in the offense. Down by 2 touchdowns. 2 minutes, 17 seconds to go. They go over the middle, and it's complete to start the drive. And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32. They'll operate from the 32-yard line here, 2nd and 3. So it's Saints football as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Looking right sideline, but it's incomplete.
Thrown away and incomplete. Brings up 3rd down and 3 yards to go.
So the incomplete pass on the last play, and that leads us to a 3rd and 3. Working from the gun, it's Carr. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down.
4th down.
They'll run for it with Henry. And, boy, this is going to be close. That mark looks a little short, and he didn't get there. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and the Eagles are going to take over in great field position. Gurley's got the first down and then some. And he'll take it into the end zone for an Eagles touchdown. Todd Gurley, 35 yards. And the Eagles add on to their lead.
Look, we all know that sometimes we see upsets in the wild card round. But I have to tell you, in this case, I did not see that coming.
I don't think anyone in the stadium saw it coming. You and I were coming in before the game. There was a couple in front of us talking about travel plans for next weekend. They might want to cancel those.
Yeah, I would say so, because right now it's looking more and more like they're going to be one and done. They're probably trying to call the hotel and make sure they get their security deposit back.
So after the touchdown, here's Blankenship kicking off. This is Gibson. And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Saints offense on the field ready to get their drive started. Saying their fans here are stunned would be an understatement. Things in this wild card round have not gone according to plan. And they finally get to him as he's taken down. Chase Young, his 2nd sack of the night.
17-yard line.
Throwing the out route incomplete. That's Williams. And he'll take this across the 25 before going out of bounds. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to 3rd down.
3rd down and 7.
Throwing his car on 3rd down. Trying to get it to Williams, but it's intercepted. Picked off by Morgan Burnett. And his guys will set up shop at midfield at the 50-yard line. The Eagles in good position to start out as they come up 1st and 10 right at the 50-yard line. The first down run with Gurley good for only about 3. It's 2nd down now. 3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7.
Some of the most unselfish players on any football team, defensive tackles, because we ask them to just eat up block.
And he's going to be sacked. They sack him back right at the midfield stripe. Great job defensively. I think he was trying to go through his progressions, find someone to get rid of the football. Before he knew it, he was on his back.
So that just brings us right back to what you said in the beginning. A great job defensively. Nowhere to go with the football. That led to the sack.
They said beginning of the season they wanted to get past the wild card round. Well, they just got past the wild card round.
How about that? Being able to put the big check marks up in the locker room, right? Get to the wild card game. Check. Got that done. Win a wild card game. Big check. Now you've got to go ahead and set your sights higher. There is a bigger prize out there, and they still have an opportunity.
So that'll just about do it for Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, log on to easports.com. From New Orleans, good night, everybody.